Oh, I'm here. Sorry, I'm an extra minute or two late today. Welcome to live stream number 83. I'm your ridiculously goofy host, Mike. And I'm glad to see, wow, we got a good little room full of people here right now. Let's see who we got. It feels great to be back. Limelight's here. Hello, Limelight. Lyle is with us. Gert. Hasta la Filmboy24. Angus, how are you, buddy? Let me move this up a little bit. Eric Matheson is here. Hello to everyone so far. Altisma Films, Mr. Fritz Robinson is here. Angus, damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor, not a film shooter. Mike is here. YouTube isn't notifying me, darn it. Well, we need to give him a virtual smack for that. 1 minute late. Now, I'm a little more than that now, Bonnie. Hey, Radios, how are you, buddy? There's Rich. How are you? Bricklayer. I say that Bones quote all the time. Is that a Bones quote? Wait, did I miss something? Wow, I found. Oh, Jim's here. Yep, you found it. Let's see. New camera buys. Anyone? Anybody got a new camera? I don't. I got nothing. Well, I have something I want to show you that it's new only in the sense that I was digging through my hall closet, you know, the linen closet, so to speak, that's full of film gear. And I came across, it's a still camera I want to show you guys that I honestly didn't even know I had. I got a lot of still cameras, but I don't know. I didn't know I had it. Got a Kodak Pony 135 not too long ago for free. That is the best kind of film camera buy. Camera buys, but definitely not new cameras. No, it's hard to get new cameras these days in our world. Yes, Bones did say I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer. Hello all, Gordon Webster is here. Hello, Gordon. For the record, I am a retired union bricklayer. Yes, you are. I remember you telling me that, Jim. I could use you. I want to add on to my house. So get over here. Let's get some brick laid. Butch Magnum is here. Hey, buddy. Today, but so is the teacher. Tardy, but so is the teacher. I'm always tardy. I got your email, Butch. I will be getting back to you shortly, I promise. Bones, you've got to do something. I know the reference. It's a Star Trek original reference, but I don't know Bones. I also remember it in Ace Ventura. I'm a doctor, not a pool man. Morn Goodster Evster night. Hey, Sprocket. I'm going to start selling my hundreds of still cameras on eBay starting this week. My Kringers are Fost. Hundreds of still cameras. You know, I sold a lot of stuff on eBay, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of stuff over the years on eBay. That is no lie. But when it comes to selling gear like analog gear, it can be tricky because you get a lot of complaints because, as we all know, analog gear just doesn't, it's very unpredictable. So it starts getting tricky selling on eBay because I just get tired of dealing with people constantly about it. I remember selling I used to sell a lot of camcorders too. And by the way, the hundreds of thousands of dollars, that comes from my old business that I sold. When I built dollies and camera jibs, I sold tons of those on eBay. But anyway, I sold a Sony Handycam like 3 different times, and it kept working for me, but for some reason it wouldn't work. The output when they're trying to transfer or something. Oh, when you're selling old gear, man, it can be tricky. Super Cindy says, went to a camera fair today. Unfortunately, no Bentley Super 8 cameras, but managed to get 12 boxes of mixed sizes Kodak. Whoop, I missed it. It went away as I'm scrolling. Mixed sizes Kodak fiber darkroom paper. Wow, 12 boxes. Dang. Score. Beginning with Nikon F5, I have not 9 of them. Man. I love my F3. Who is you? Who is you? Flyno, will you have an eBay store? We're going to drive up Bentley prices if we're not careful. I don't know if that's ever going to be possible. Oh boy. Eric says, an acquaintance that has a Hasselblad that goes click. I told him I may be interested. Yes, please. Hey, there's Matthew. Hey, buddy. Flyno, what are the cameras listed under? Everybody wants to know your eBay page now, Mike. So feel free to display it or put it on our Filmboy24 community page on Facebook too. I don't care. I made a bid on a Russian panoramic camera. Any luck? Did you get it, or is it still in the process? Hey, Mike Rook is here. Audio is quiet tonight. Oh, is it really quiet? I can kick it up. Don't you worry about that. Oh, it's on 2. I usually have it on 3. So we're going to kick it up. There's 1 notch. Did that make any difference at all? I bet it did. As I'm speaking, I bet it did. Thank you for telling me, Mike. I usually put the level on 3 when I'm live streaming and on 2 during a regular YouTube video. It's different going into my Canon DSLR when I make my videos because those levels are set differently. Yeah, okay, hopefully that cures it. I kicked it back up to level 3, which is where I usually have it. Let me scroll down and see if anybody... Better sound now? Sounds great. Okay, good. Awesome. Yeah, give us that eBay store, Flyno. Yeah, that's possible, but I started on eBay in 1997 and have a 100% feedback rating. It is all about communication. I've had like 2 negatives, and I started selling mid-98. And I've had like 2 negatives since then. And like I say, I've sold, a lot. Hey, Cecil, how are you, buddy? Clip ready to go. You have the Bones bricklayer clip ready to go. Filmboy24 eBay buyers equals user error. Thumper Strauss, how are you? Any update on a side channel where you track down the folks in the films and we get to see their reaction? No, I don't. I would put it right on my main channel. I did have a lady on about 4 years ago on my channel. It was very early on this channel. But I had her on via audio. I called her live during a video, not a live stream, but during a video. And that video is posted. I had 18 films I bought on eBay years ago just to keep practicing my developing of Super 8 films. They were Super 8 sound films. I processed all of them, and then I started showing them on a little series on this channel called Searching for 86. I got about 3 or 4 episodes in, and we located her, the lady in the films. It was from her 1986 wedding, 4th wedding anniversary, her and her husband, to Florida, Walt Disney. And it was just their fun. There was a lot of Disney, a lot of stuff going on. The audio didn't come out in all of them, but I ended up having her on the channel for a video. I quit posting her films after we found her, and we talked for quite a bit during a video, and she explained what happened. She explained very quickly that her husband filmed absolutely everything. Everything. So much film that they just couldn't afford to even get it all processed. And he had passed away. And when he passed away, she had boxes and boxes and boxes, and she didn't know what to do with it because she couldn't afford to get it all processed. Wish she would have found me first, but she didn't. And she ended up sending it all to auction, regrettably. But it ended up in my hands, some of it. A lot of the still film we never got back, but I got all the film back to her, the digital files. It was a good story. Another 10 pounds of coal, Mike, have not forgot about the film. Life's been crazy. Don't have a car these days. Sorry, hope to get it off before I fly to Boston on Thursday. No worries. We just have Rich, and I don't know. I have not heard from Russell Cleve in quite a while. Russell has not been around for a few live streams. I hope everything's okay with Russell. He's a very good guy in the UK. I believe he teaches film and develops his own film. We're waiting on his roll of 120, and that's it. I have a roll of 120 that I'm going to show you guys today that comes to us from our good friend Entity. I received his film last week. I processed it, I scanned it, and I'm going to show it to you. You folks must have exhausted the Bentleys on eBay. Can't find any that will ship to Ireland. Well, I mean, they are Bentleys, so this week I did get a Bentley B3 mint case lens cap manual, and it won't run. I'm telling you, Angus, they were so easy to fix. I have two now, and mine came with the lens cap, the manual, the other one I got for $10. Box, mint condition, everything. It wouldn't run either. I took 3 screws, and that silver front plate just pulls right off, and you can see the little drive motor in there. And when I pulled the trigger, it would go, you could see it trying to turn. So I stuck a pencil or something, a little X-Acto knife in there, and I just flicked the gear, and it went, and now it's just as loud and beautiful as ever. They just get froze up, something like that. Hey, Jeffrey Feingold's here. Hi all, bought a couple of Voigtlander cameras this week. A Vidomstick 2B and Vitessa 2 and a Retina Reflex XS. That is awesome. I had a Retina. I've never had a Voigtlander, but I've had Retinas, and they're great looking little cameras. Flying O's eBay is also called Flying O. Keep an eye out because he's going to list a whole bunch of cameras. Tell me what about the bid. Oh, Lyle. Yeah, that sounds bomb. Made a difference. Don't tell anyone about the bid. No, you don't want to give the auction away. More old pics. Yeah. The 1950s and 60s European cameras were great. Yes, they were and still are. Yeah, Angus, hit it real hard. If that doesn't work, then drop it. See if that works. I had one that when you pull the trigger, it didn't move. You would put your finger on it and push, and it was stuck. Well, when you take the front off, you could see there's just a little bent wire back there, and the wire got pushed in front of it. And I just pushed it back, and it worked great. It's as loud and colorful as ever now. I don't know where it's at. I don't know. Oh, they're on the floor there. And then the other one that I bought on eBay had everything with it, including a battery cover that was not broken. Could not get the batteries to sit flat again. Tried to put the cover on, and I broke the cover again. Not again, but the other one was already broken. So now I have 2 cameras that work fine, but both battery covers are broke. Usually a solder joint coming loose or corroded battery contacts. Yeah, check the battery contacts for sure. I think that the network cable was unplugged. My network cable? When that happens, a little help, all they need to get going. Then I always put a little projection oil on the gears to keep the grease from seizing up. Yeah, this one fired right back up. As soon as I tried to spin it, boom, there it goes. I plan to list them for at least $50 less than others. I don't need every dime I can get. I just want the cameras to be used again. Free roll of film with every sale. Yes. Yes. How much you going to list them F5s for, Mike? Just out of curiosity. Nikon 35mm is by far my favorite. I love my F3. It's my go-to. Contacts look clean as a whistle. Looks unused. So yeah, something internal. Maybe I'll soak it in kerosene for a few days. I'm telling you, Angus, try the motor trick. It worked for me. Everything was perfect, mint condition. 3 tiny screws. I think 2 on top, 1 on the bottom or side. Nothing's going to fall out. Just pull that front plate off and you can see everything inside kind of at an angle. I just gave that little gear a push. Hey, there's Jeffrey. Let's see. Sorry I'm so late. My niece got back from Greece, Turkey, and some of the islands. We had 3 hours of photos. She had wow, what a great trip. Dang. Don't ever be sorry for being late to a stranger's internet live stream. Flying O, besides the F5s, what else do you plan on selling? Limelight, name it. Yeah, Mike's got pretty much everything. Working clean F5 for $200 or less. That, you guys better jump on that. I would probably jump on that, Mike, if you email me. You've got to pick me out the good one, though. And I got to talk to my wife.
I don't care.
Did you guys hear that? I don't care. Careful with kerosene, it can dissolve plastics. Yes. Do you have any barrel lenses over 210? So listen, if there's any, I'm not one, but if there's any Star Wars fans out there, I guess today we're supposed to say May the 4th be with you. Happy 4th. Happy Star Wars May the 4th. You heard her, Mike. They heard you, honey. Very quick reminder. Are you serious, Jeffrey? Only 5? That's crazy. Come on, people. Hit the smash. Did they used to say smash the like button? I used to say punch the like button because I don't like conforming. So at least tap it. Protect your FL. Yes. Next Sunday, we will not be live streaming because it's Mother's Day, and there's a mother that lives in my house, and she's very, very demanding. So, did you guys hear that too? There will be no live stream because even though she is absolutely not demanding, we like to take good care of her. So it will be Mother's Day next Sunday, no live stream. Yeah, get on that, Mike. Goodness. May the Schwartz be with you. Spaceballs. May fa forte fe you. We had a very good members-only live stream last Tuesday. 1 hour and 45 minutes long. Thank you to all my stunning members. We had a lot of fun. We took a sneak peek at a couple of things like my brand spanking new Reels, Kodak Reels film digitizer. I haven't opened it yet, but I think I might pop it open today. Hey, there's Chad. Thank you, buddy. Chad Long. That's my my brother, my magician brother. He is a very, very talented close-up magician, and he's been doing it for pretty dang much his entire life. Thank you, buddy. I like the fact that Hasselblad still makes ads for their film cameras, even though they haven't made any since the late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah, I know. I'll get you the other penny as soon as I can. Yes, I'll expect that in the mail soon. Thanks, man. Can I thumbs up it? I don't think I can because oh yeah, I can. Woohoo! I can't chat. It's so weird. It won't let me chat if I'm in the thing. Yeah, Chad and I have talked about filming. He just lives not far from me, just 10 minutes. So we had talked about filming on 16 millimeter, just a small performance of some sort, like one of his favorites or one of the ones, you know, the tricks that he really enjoys doing. We had talked about doing something in 16 millimeter. He's down with it, so I would love to get that going. Hopefully you swing by tonight, Chad. If you do, we got to talk about that. Yo, Flying O. Hey, Katie's here. Hey, Katie. Thank you for being here. Yes, Mike, it would be definitely something totally different. Chad and I have talked about a lot of projects over the years. We've been very close. We've never not lived near each other. So he's way, way older than me. Like way older than I am. So, but we've always lived near each other, and we've had a lot of cool ideas. We've never really acted on them though. I did shoot some magic videos for him. The first one I did, he released it on VHS quite a few years ago. I would say in the 90s. My people would definitely be in touch. Mm-hmm. Well, just make sure you get them to the right people on this end. So anyway, yes, look for that. I do want to do that. He's really, really well versed in the old art of magical performance. Let's see. I do want to check this out. Nicole, my wife, got this for me for my birthday. And I'll tell you why. I do have a 4K scanner. You guys know that. I've been wanting to do a video on this scanner, and I don't want them to send me one for free, because then I feel very obligated to make it look better than it might be. So she just took it upon herself, and she bought this for me. So I can do a video review on it, which I'm going to do. And then after I review this scanner, and it's supposed to have a better resolution than the Wolverine Pro, according to the side of the box. 1296, I believe. It actually says right here, 1296p. The Wolverine Pro is 1080p. So we'll see. I've never tried one of these. I've watched a couple videos, but they don't really ever show good results. So I imagine it's going to be heavily compressed still. It doesn't scan. It won't give you lossless JPEG, or not JPEG, but TIFF files. In other words, you're still going to get an MP4 file out of it, but we'll go from there. I do want to do a complete breakdown of this, and then I'm going to compare the Wolverine 720p, the Wolverine 1080p, the Digit Now 1080p, which is just a rebranded Wolverine with a different case, and the Kodak Reels. All four, the exact same film. We're going to compare and just kind of really dig into it and see the differences. So that'll be fun. Man, almost 30 years ago. Man, age creeps. Oh, it does. I know, Entity. I know. God. There is a magic guy I watch on YouTube. The funniest thing he did, a trick, and the clock on the back wall jumped 45 seconds. The edit was not even good. You know what? You got to watch out for the clock on the wall if you're gonna use camera tricks in magic. It's kind of like the current jump cuts when you're doing YouTube videos. You know, we all do it when you do a YouTube video. Wow. The Wolverine show is a good idea. Yeah, I want to see. They're all going to be very similar. I already know that. This one has a bigger display screen, this Kodak Reels. And it's Kodak branded. I know Kodak probably had very little input, but I was just dying to know what it will do. So that'll be interesting. I would like some of that. Yes. Chad, you are in good company. People on this site make lots of money disappear on cameras. Oh yeah, you guys, you should show. I don't know, Chad, if Chad has a lot of videos out that he didn't put out. I always told him he should do a YouTube channel. I mean, he started a YouTube channel, has 5 goofy videos on it that are 4 seconds long, and he already has 500 or 600 subscribers. You know, I always tried to talk him into doing something on YouTube because I think he would do quite well. But he's like me. He's kind of a procrastinator, you know. We both have the shiny object syndrome. We get lost down rabbit holes very easily. So you know, usually something else takes precedence. Entity, I'm in my mid-20s now, and it's terrible since we're now called the old breed. Me, especially since I'm an oddball who tinkers with 50s to 80s techs. There's not a lot of you around, Entity. I think that's fantastic that you're that young and interested in stuff that I wasn't around in the 50s, but I was definitely around in the 80s, and I love the 80s technology, and anybody that's interested in the old 80s and 90s technology is A-okay in my booklet, in my pamphlet. I like the system that we have here in Sweden for 8mm and Super 8 scanners. One person buys one, scans all their films, sells it to another. That's a great system. That's a great system. Absolutely. Or just rent it, you know? Yeah, no, I think that's fantastic. The Reels might be a scan it and then can it affair. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's not going to be a Franken-scanner. I can promise you that, Sprocket. It ain't no Franken-scanner. It ain't that good. And if your guys are not aware, Sprocket made the Franken-scanner. So it's his own little 8mm scanner, and what a great job he did on that. No, it ain't. So we may open this up, get just a very quick sneak peek. My wife thinks I should leave it boxed so that when I do the review, I can do a true unboxing. But I think I'm going to open it because I do want to figure it out first before I do a review. So, Jim Cahill and I were doing a bunch of texting last night. And I kind of want to show you guys. I may have shown this, but I have this camera, and I wish I could figure out. I don't know if Filmwave can fix it, maybe. I don't know if they can fix the issue that's wrong with it. But Jim speaks very highly of Filmwave, so we may look at that. But have I ever shown you guys this Super 8 camera? Anybody want to venture a guess that's not Jim Cahill? What this camera might be? And as sad as it is to say, I had it out in my garage. Speaking of Frankenscanner, oh, Jeffrey. It is not a Bentley, but if Bentley were true to the name, it would be a Bentley. Cannot find Flying O as a seller or store. Mike, you'll have to put the link up when you can, or give it to me and I will. Yeah, Fritz, I like this case. Nobody has a guess, huh? All right, well, let's just show you. It doesn't work, so don't get too excited. But not a Boyu. Nitso. I know, you're not going to be able to see very well. It's a Nitso 6080. And Jim and I were talking about it last night. And he's right. It is one of the Braun. Yes, it is a Braun Nitso. It is one of the greatest Super 8 cameras probably ever manufactured. Takes 200-foot reels. If you should have one, they don't make them anymore. But there's the lens cap. I love these cameras. I bought this one non-working, so it was really cheap. I thought maybe I could. Does it play? Crisis? What is that? It's not crystal. Is that what you're saying? No. It is a beautiful camera, loaded with things to do. Doesn't work at all. I think it might buzz when I don't have batteries in it now, but I just wanted to show you guys. I don't know if I've ever shown. I have two of these Nitso. I think the other one might be a 1056. Also a good size camera, very similar to this, that I have shot with in the past, and then it died. So I don't know what's wrong with it. Those are the front grips. Those front grips are so weird to me. No e-boot. I don't mind this too much. The one I don't like is the Boyu. The front grip on that is so uncomfortable to me. I just don't like it. This one isn't as bad. Your hand naturally hits this little release back here, and then your finger right on the shutter release trigger here. Pretty easy. Wow. A really big and bright viewfinder. Man, these cameras are so nice. I would advise to not have a sound Super 8 camera crystal modified. Weren't you just getting, no, you were getting a 4000, right? I can't remember what you were getting modified. I got to remember how to put the handle back up. Oh, there it is. Anyway, I do want to look further into this. I do, a piece did pop off of it. A little recording level knob right there. See that knob? There it is right there. I think I tried to take either this one, that was loud, or my other Nitso. I tried taking it apart. Oof, I don't recommend that. Nightmarish. Nightmarish. We'll see. We'll see if one of these days, if we can get this rolling again. Somebody made a comment on it on one of my YouTube, on one of my videos. I think it was the latest one, the unboxing one, and it really hit me. It was a great comment, and it got me thinking. Everything that we have, like this camera right here, for example, that I just found in my closet. Every camera that we have, unless you bought it new, it was somebody's camera that they used for something. It's pretty amazing to me. The comment was kind of like, and I don't remember who made the comment, I'm sorry, but it was like, I'd love to know, you know, like what this camera was all about. Who, you know, whose shelf was it on? Who was used? How many birthday parties did it film? Every of the hundreds of thousands of Super 8, 16, 8mm cameras that are floating around now in the hands of all of us collectors and filmmakers, they were used, purposely used for all these special events and holidays and vacations. And man, what an exciting thing to think about. I was just digging through the linen closet and I found this, and it's got some yuck on it. It's not an F3. I was hopeful at first. I can't even remember when I got it. I love my F3. The case for my F3 was maroon, and I wish I'd have never gotten rid of it, but I did. The case, I still have the F3. The happy filmmaker with his brand new Bentley. So this is a Niker mat. You guys know Niker mats. I don't know that it's anything. The Paul Simon song. I don't know that it's anything spectacular. I love Nikon still cameras. It does have a skylight filter on the front, which it's been on there a long time. This is a 35 millimeter f2.8 lens. 35 millimeter is not always an easy lens to find. So I like the lens. It's a little bit loose, the focus. A little bit. It has a little spot in it where it's real, like, loose. But it's nice and smooth. Very vintage, Katie, yes. It sounds great. I'm shooting close to the vest. Very mechanical. Not a lot, I mean, it's a Niker mat. Clunky, very heavy, very clunky. What did I miss there? What is that? Angus, wow, think of all the millions of shot Super 8 rolls now that you need to develop, scan, and share. I know. Entity, the cameras I got sometimes have social security numbers on them. Old ID tracking from them, I think, and it's kind of scary nowadays doing something like that. I know, I would never do it now. In fact, I've gotten a couple cameras in the past, Piper. I've gotten a couple cameras in the past off of eBay that had social security numbers on them, and I sent them back to the seller. I don't even want them. It'd be fun for me to know what my, by the way, hi Bonnie, for my, what my 16BL Kanamo and IMO has been used before. Wouldn't that be so cool to know the history of them? Cool. Precursor to the F, right? It was right before the F, no? Oh, which model? This is, I don't know. It just says Niker mat. And sometimes, oh, it's the FT. I'm sorry, I was going to say sometimes by the serial number it will have the model, and it does. The FT. I'm going to rewind. No, it's on the other side. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. It's right here by the serial number. It's the FT. FTN. Good, very good guess, Angus. It is FTN. There's an N above. Yes. Yes, under the frame counter there is an N. So what does the N designate? Do you know, Angus? When I say I have an apple, I know. Butterfly shutter. I don't know. How would we know? How would we know, Katie? Put it on bulb? Is there a way to find out? I do not think. The shutter curtains are not butterfly. But this is your shutter speed here, this dial. It's a little tight. Button cell, well, let's just see. I don't have a coin. Hey, Piper, can you bring me a coin, please? Yeah. Kind of looks like wings opening up. What's that? No, no, no. What, like a nickel or a dime or a penny or something. Katie, no, I don't think. Here, you tell me. I shoot way more movie film than I do still film.
Here you are.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I thought I had it on bulb. It's regular. Yeah, I thought it was. You can tell right here by the curtain, right? Gives you $1 for that quarter. Woo, woo, woo. Why is that not closing now? Oh, there we go. Bring my credit card. All right, let's look and see. You know, sometimes these are, jeez. Oh, it's stuck. Piper, bring me a hammer. No, I'm kidding. Pi, is there any way you can get a nickel? They fit in there better. This doesn't, it is really tight. My go-to 35 is a Russian Zenith 12 XP. 12 XP. I got a nice collection of M42 lenses. That's a good one. Thank you. Let's see if that works. No, it's not going to work either. Oh, wait. Here we go, maybe. What? Is it backwards? Oh, I got it. Button cell, and it looks like the 1.3. Oh, it's all wet. Yuck. Yes, a 1.3 battery. And it's gross. No, I know, Katie. Yeah. It's a 1.3. It's one of those 625 batteries. PX13, whatever you call them. Look at that. I don't think you guys are going to see that. Yeah, see the little droplets right on top? Yeah, pretty gross. I did not touch it, though. Maybe I did. Be careful if original has mercury in it. Yes, I probably am not going to want to eat it. Clean it with vinegar. What?
Don't eat batteries.
You know what's funny? I kind of like the look. Q-tips and rubbing alcohol. I know, I'm going to clean it later. I like the look of half case. Don't eat it. I love the look and feel of a half case. Does anybody shoot with a half case on? I just like that. Don't fall. We're going to put the filter back on. Did I see Craig Booth in here? Craig Booth, hey brother, the sound is a bit low. I know I'm deaf, but it's still low. Oh, is it still low? Craig, you're getting old. You know, you're up there in age, so, you know. Testing 639. Craig's my old buddy from my old police days. Oh no. Tasty mercury. Clean it with vinegar. I had a half case on my K1000 before I switched to only using my EOS. Yeah, I like the feel of the half case. Keep mine in a half case. My son does, not me. Oh, really? It's all preference, right? I mean, it just depends. Yeah, this one needs some cleaning. Lyle, you're on team half case. Good. Tons of those on eBay. There's also conversion batteries for them. Yes, I've seen those, and you can use them little hearing aid batteries. Or you can convert 1.5s, right, down to 1.3. Those are cool, too. And I have one of the little holders that will take the little 1.3 volt hearing aid batteries, and I use in my K3. Mercury is okay so long as you don't have open cuts or keep it contacted on skin for over 5 minutes. Thank you, Entity. The never ready cases. A newer PX625A will work in the camera. The light meter may read a stop or two off. Yeah, but the good thing is, Angus, and you're right, it reads it over. You'll overexpose typically, so I'd much rather have it that way than under. So I have used 1.5 volt batteries, these same design batteries, in my cameras before, and it's done pretty well, especially shooting negative film. Quick, get the Q-tips and rubbing alcohol. You guys, don't eat it. I use handheld and Pentax spot meter. You know, it's funny. Speaking of meter, I bought a year or two ago. I got another K1000 from the local flea market, the Pentax, and it came with. We were just talking last week about those meters, the selenium meters, the the analog light meters, and I just happened upon that case today, and there was one in there. It's kind of fun, reminiscing. I use half case with my Sony RX100. They make them in China. Yeah, I like the feel. It's almost like having just having grips on it. That's crazy. We survived though. Remember those? Well, yeah, you could break them and it just sort of blobbed around in there. Sunny 16. That's right. How are you on shooting some Polaroid films? And I'm not talking 600 I type. I mean the old peel part. I'm not good at it. In fact, I don't know that I've ever actually done it. But are you okay if I show that photo you sent me? Because I have it sitting right next to me. We're gonna see your pictures in a second. Katie, I love that camera. I love it. I have mine sitting right there, just off. You guys see my the Polaroid SX70 right there? Well, just off screen next to it is my K1000. And then Entity, tell us what it is. I mean, obviously I know what it is, but he sent me this Polaroid with his with his 120 film that I just processed, and it's such a beautiful shot. What are we looking at? I know we're looking at a bridge, but get specific with us. What is it? Where is it? Great shot, by the way. What's the film? Barry, you're here. I'm on a train from Jacksonville heading to Deerfield. Oh, you're going all the way down. Down, down, down. Be safe. Does anyone still wear their cameras around their neck? Or am I the only one? I will if I have more than one. If I don't, then usually I just carry it. I like hand straps as well. Nice comp. I must have 30 or 40 K1000. What, Mike? We got to get those out into some useful hands, Mike. It's very nice composition. Bridge too far. Arnhem? Is it Arnhem? Okay, Mississippi River Railroad Bridge. Polaroid color, type 108, film from the 70s. That is fascinating. I wish Dave Knopp was here because Dave Knopp at Knopp Top, he loves Polaroid. And I think he would appreciate that. Let's look at that one more time now that we know what it is and where it is. Great job there, Entity. Thank you for sending that. And I have your negatives right here. Your 120 negatives. I processed Entity's 120 film yesterday. Scanned it today. I know, Mike, isn't it great? Mississippi River Railroad Bridge. You're a neck person, Sprocket. Wrist person, Lyle. Hand straps are good. Light meter hangs around neck. That's a good idea, too. I do the bucket hat, the open Hawaiian shirt, a white tank top, pink shorts, black socks, and sandals. Hey, Wayne, what's with the pictures? It's a parking lot. Anyone? Anyone? Bueller? Anyone? I just sent my daughter to her summer job in New Mexico with her minty K1000. Yahoo! Craig. Sorry, guys. 1 second. Craig. Oh, we share. He always shares funny videos with me, my buddy Craig. Let me get my K1000. It's right here. It's dusty. I haven't used it in a long time. I've had a bunch of these over the years, but I really like them. They're very simplistic in nature, and they come so dusty. Yes. K1000. This one is currently sporting the SMC Pentax M f2 50mm. Remember all the funky wide f-stops that these different brands used? I think Minolta was f1.9, Canon and Nikon were f1.8, 1.4. They had some 1.2s. I'd shoot more Polaroid if I had disposable income to do so, I know. It's not cheap. Fishing vest with lots of pockets for light meters, batteries, lenses. Now you're talking. I still have swingers and unopened film for them. Wow. Wow. The peel apart film was amazing. Hope they bring it back properly. The stuff you can get now is very expensive. AE1, yes, I have several AE1s, Bonnie. And I really like the AE1s. I also have several A1s, and I like those almost better. And I have some AE1 programs too that are fun. You see those. Those are Nikons. That's a Nikon FE2, which was my go-to camera for a long time, and it started acting up. So I put it on the back burner and now go to my F3. That's a Canon AE1 program. There's my Canon A1 over here, a couple of Canon A1s. So it's exciting when I find something that I didn't even know I had, like the FTN. We're going to put this away for now, though. What's that? You took what? I took my last peel apart Polaroid in '97. They were so super crisp and colorful. Man, I wish they would bring that back. I wish they would. It would, but properly, and not $40 a pack for 8 pictures. Suspense makes a DIY Polaroid kit. What? Suspense. Super Sense makes a DIY Polaroid kit you can use. And it's definitely tricky, but it's satisfying to get to work with it. I had no idea. You guys remember Impossible, the Impossible Project? I sold a lot of Polaroid cameras to the Impossible Project. Brought out 4 different cameras for that trip, and only 3 out of the 4 3/4 film types worked on it. But strangely, the black and white films don't last as long as the color films. I'm looking to try FP100C next, but it's expensive. Yeah, that's opposite of like traditional color and black and white film. Honeywell and others. Minolta f1.7, that's right. One of them is 1.9, but I don't remember. They all had their like trademark widest lens, widest consumer lens. Swingers. Speaking of Swingers, you guys see the movie Swingers with Vince Vaughn and Jon Favreau? What a funny movie. I thought I was buying the M5 for the quick load feature, but the in-camera spot meter is something I can't believe I never had. I love my in-camera meters. Spot meter. Shoot that FTN FBP black and white film in Sunny 16, built like a tank and solid photos. I will give this one a shot. I found it, now I got to shoot something. I always got to shoot at least 1 roll in my cameras. Look at the new Fuji Instax wide camera with a built-in printer for use with mobile phones as well. I will look at that. You can get new peel apart from SuperSense, but the kit is so expensive. Yeah, that's what was it Jeffrey was just telling us? Somebody just told us that. Mister. Entity, yeah. Entity. I have an AV1, set f-stop, not shutter speed automatic, interesting twist. Yeah, there was a couple of the A something ones, wasn't there? I've seen the AV1. I may have had one at one point. I just couldn't keep up with. There's so many that have so many different little quirks to them that I just decided I'm going to find one that I like, that works for me, and stick with it. My go-to before the F3 was my Minolta X700. That was my favorite camera. I used it for years. Then started using Nikon. I got my Nikon F3 with 3 lenses, the case, the flash, a bag, everything you can imagine with it for 50 bucks in perfect condition. So I've been using it ever since. The manual and the nickel. Let me put the manual away. And I want to show you guys a couple of things, because we're at that time of the stream where we have to start looking at some fun stuff. Oh, I got this new, it's not film camera, but it's film. It is found film, fully exposed Kodachrome from a long time ago that I'm hoping soon to process. I just got it, I don't know, a week or so ago, from New Jersey. New Jersey, am I saying that right, or is it New Jersey? So we'll see. I've got a brand new Respect sort of knot, but for Kodachrome, now that we had so much luck with that unboxing 63-year-old Kodachrome. Canon did love aperture priority. There were a bunch of Canons, AL1, AV1, AT1, and so on. Right, Mike? I know, I just couldn't keep up. Obviously, the most popular was the AE1 or the A1. Call me crazy, but rangefinder, manual, everything is the best. I always tell people, if you want to learn film photography, you got to go manual. Some old war films, maybe? No. All right, I have 2 things I want to show you guys. New Jersey state slogan is, what's that smell? Quiet pages, you are crazy. All right. Shot in your latest YouTube looks slick. I know, Sprocket, I was surprised how well that came out. It was blurry. I mean, it wasn't focused well, but hey, that wasn't my fault. That was the lens. I'm going to blame it on the lens. So what I have for you guys is our good buddy Entity. He got some 120 Tri-X from our experiment, our community project, where I sent out 17 rolls of Tri-X all over the world. And he sent it to me. I got it last week, the week before, something like that. I processed it, scanned it. Now he got 16 photos. And if I'm not mistaken, Entity, please tell me if I'm wrong. Did you shoot it in a Zeiss Icon camera? Zeiss Icon. I do have a photo, or I did have a photo. I don't know if I have it up here. I may not have put it, but you guys know what those look like. They're really cool cameras, and I believe that's what he shot it in. So he bracketed some shots. So what I did, instead of showing you all 16, because several of them were bracketed, so I'm going to show you what I thought was the best of the 3. I'm going to show you 6 photos out of his batch. And I believe this is Alabama, if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to, I still got to shoot footage of on mine. Yeah, hello. That's not a bad idea, Limelight. All right, the Garden State. They must be kidding. All right, I don't know if Entity, he'll chime in a minute, but just to let us know. But I'm going to show you the 6 photographs that I pulled. The others are just duplicates. I did 400 ISO, then overexpose, 1 f-stop, and then at 100 ISO. Okay. And then I'm going to show you a photo that I made with 3 of his pictures that are of the same subject at different f-stops, his bracket. So let me show you, everyone ready? We're going to see Entity's 6 photos on his 120 film in Alabama. And you'll know it's Alabama here in a second. Let's turn these lights off. Let's get these lights off. That's a beautiful shot right there. Wow. Beautiful. That last shot did it for me. So we're going to use that last shot for, I want to show you guys something. I'm going to show you what he did. Now everybody here, I'm sure, knows what bracketing your shots it means. You don't want to do it all the time, but it's a smart thing to do if you are shooting a subject that it's not a throwaway, right? Typically, you want to do it if you want one to come out, right? So it means shooting. Typically, it means shooting at different ISOs, hoping to nail the right one. A lot of times, it's done with expired film because you're not always 100% sure on how to shoot that expired film, but you still want to get the shot. So that's what he did, and he did a fantastic job, by the way. I hope that this photo that I made comes up okay on all of your devices. I hope you're able to see it okay. Let me pull it up here. All right, so check this shot out. That's the 3 different shots, basically unedited by me, just cropped, of what he did. And I'm pretty sure, even though my favorite out of those 3, untouched, is the far right one, which is a little bit underexposed. Well, some might say it's underexposed. I like it. I'm a very contrast fiend. I love contrast. I used the first one in his slideshow because truly the first one is probably exposed properly. Yeah, I like the far right shot because I think there's so much more depth to it, and I like the shadows, and I like the tones, and I love contrast. But what I mean by the left one probably being done properly is that it leaves so much more room to make the shot anything you want. Yeah, I believe you're right, Entity. I think 400 is what you shot, would have been what you shot on the right. Sadly, the center one looks like the film itself gave you trouble. Not you, but the film. As you can see the fogging in the center of the screen there. So that's an example of how to bracket your shots. And I'm sure, like I said earlier, I'm sure everybody in this live stream knows what a bracket is, or you, well, I'm not going to say you shouldn't be shooting film, but you should learn it. You should learn it. If you're shooting 36 roll exposures, right, you'll get 12 good shots typically if you bracket every shot. Merge them for HDR. Yeah, right. Yeah, the right one, in my opinion, was the best. The right one, the far right one was the best. And it's tricky because in a shot like that where there's highlights and there's lowlights all over the place, and there's tons of midtones, it's very difficult to understand unless you understand what you want to stand out. This is from June of 1987, Tri-X, 400 ISO Tri-X. It's this, 120 film. This was his roll here. I sent a bunch of these rolls out to people. Entity, I'm assuming you want your negatives back. I have zero problem with that. I have them right here. I'll get them in the mail to you unless you tell me you don't want them. But I would be more than happy to send them right back to you. Yes, great job, Entity. Yes. The camera was a Zeiss Icon, Angus. Number 3 pops the most. Yes, definitely. Crunchy goodness. All right, so here's another thing I want to show you guys. So you remember last week we talked about everybody needs a gym. Everybody's got to have a gym, right? And by Jim, I mean Jim Cahill, because he's my buddy that he sends stuff to me. But he also sends film for me every now and then, and I process it for him, right? So, but he sent me a roll of found film. Retrospect, I wish I shot my roll in a really old camera. Yeah, that's all right. You got plenty of time. That camera used half shots for more film to be used. I believe it's 3x2, and yes, I could try making some photo paper prints using them. No problem. I'll get them in the mail this coming week to you. Yes. I noticed your photos were a little were smaller, which is cool. I like that. Mechanical reliability. The image really depends on the film exposure, definitely. So Jim sent me a roll. I don't have the film in front of me, but I will. Nah, I don't need to get it. You guys know what it looks like. It's a roll of Ektachrome 160 Type A silent film. And it was partially exposed. He got it in a Canon 814 auto zoom. Jim, are you still in here? Jim Cahill? He got it in a Canon 814 auto zoom electronic. And Jim has almost as many, maybe more, or maybe the same. Where can I get my own Jim? You stay away from mine. He probably has as many cameras as Fly & O. I don't know. Maybe there's a competition there somewhere. But so what Jim did, yep, he's here, is he took that partially exposed roll, which I do a lot, and he put it in his Canon 1014 XLS, right? We all know what a 1014 XLS is right there. To me, it's the best Super 8 camera ever made, quality-wise. Just my opinion, settle down. So he put it in that, and he fired off the rest just as a test, just to film and just see how he could expose. So I found out that after processing the film, that the film itself was manufactured in 1972. I was manufactured in 1968. So I'm telling you right now, that film is old. That film is old. So the film is 53 years old. And Jim shot it in his Canon 1014 XLS. About 2/3 of the film is found film. And you'll know when it switches. You'll know when Jim's portion hits. So I want to show you what he sent. So this is a film. I wasn't probably going to use it as found film because a lot of it is Jim's. So I figured what better way to enjoy it than right here. So get your popcorn. It's about 20 minutes long. I'm kidding. It's about 3 minutes long. I did overlap. I told Jim about 1 in every 100 spools that I do, I will overlap the film inadvertently. It catches on something in the spiral and you don't realize it in the dark. So a couple of the loops overlapped in the same groove. So about 3 feet of the film was completely white because it didn't get any developer or fixer or anything on it. So those parts were cut out. Popcorn in hand. 20 minutes, yeah. I'm 1960 also, May 2nd. Happy birthday, Mike. Happy birthday, Fly & O. We just missed it. All right. I was made in 1960. Last year they made cars and men. Yeah. We need to find out who the babe is in the film. Yeah, you guys will see. You guys will see her in a minute. We'll talk about it. Let me show you the film. Let me find it here. Let's get the lights. There it is. They're in a factory of some sort or a parts store. Or I don't know what. Maybe you guys know. Call center. Shoot, I don't know what's all over the wall. Is that NASA? Youngsters. Fritz. We're all youngsters. Telephone exchange, and there's the girl. Yeah, okay. Pork chop sideburns. Telephone switching station. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Jeffrey, I think I missed your question. The 120 bags I make. That's just a freezer bag. I have a a sealer that seals plastic. So I just kind of put them in there and I cut the side of it. So they went from the switching station to this little fella making a blanket or something. Jupes. That's my film partner, Jason F. They're all charging. There's Jim Cahill's footage. What a beautiful dog, by the way. God, I love those kind of dogs. Very well exposed for not knowing how to expose this film. Really good archival footage of someone recording their life about working in a switching station, and we have knitting in the 60s and 70s too, I know. Oh, those dogs are cool. The good old days, Jeffrey. Yeah, no kidding, Sprocket. What's up, Jupes? So many fingers on the keyboard. That was cool. That was fun. Thank you, Jim Cahill, for sending that in. I really appreciate it. I greatly appreciate it. My brick Ramada. Noise. Came out great, both timelines. I know, from 1972 to 2025. And the funny thing is, the film looks like it could have been, I mean, Jim could have shot something 70s style and we would have never known it. You should have tricked me, Jim. Art Deco, the pool robot. It was great. Mike Rook, too many fingers on the keyboard. So a switching station. So you guys have to fill me in. I was born in '68, but by the time I'm in the high school, it's in the '80s. So I don't know switching stations. Is that where calls would come in and they would just keep? Is that what you see on the old movies? They keep moving the wires, or what is a switching station? I don't know what that is. Did you just let the camera expose, or do you mean? I would think, Jim, a part store. It did to me too, but I don't know. Jim, you manually exposed that, didn't you? People nowadays can't grow hair like they did in the 70s. We would know, I know. Do they still exist, Katie? One can't tell the 70s because of the hairdo. Yeah, you definitely can tell, can't you, Christian? It's the hairdo. It's hard to mistake. Hairdos in cars are dead giveaways, and plaid. Or checkered pants, bell bottoms. Love that great footage, but next week, can we talk about the DJI Osmo Pocket 3? Okay, I'll see myself out. My brother's been trying to get one of those. The DJI Osmo Pocket 3, I would actually like to have one too. They're great for the walking around, vlogging. But they're sold out everywhere. They're so popular. They're impossible to find. Where's Jeffrey? This side towards the screen. Jeffrey's my digital guy. Is anyone smoking at their desk too? I got a lot of films of that, Jeffrey. Old landline usage. Think more like Morse code boards. Yeah, weird. You set the, oh, that's right, One Stop Over. It came out well for One Stop Over. Chad, I think you seized there. Chad Long, I have one on back order from Sweetwater. They're all on back order, right? 1014 XLS, goated. But I've only used mine once because I'm switching cameras all the time. I know, me too. Woo. Sprocket. I think you sneezed there. My son's loving his Insta360 or something. It's wild. Some of the cameras, my brother and I were talking about this yesterday. Some of the cameras they have now are insane. Digital cameras for vlogging. The ones that you can't even see when they're in the picture. Yes, in the 60s, you had to order calls to Europe from USA with the operator. They called you back when you got a line. Wow. Hey, Ton, how are you? Thank you for being here. You're Brazilian. I like your videos. Congratulations. I see some 16 millimeter cameras behind you. How many do you have? I have several 16 millimeter cameras. It's hard to say how many, and they have different types. I have my favorite one right here. I'll show you really quick, Ton, because any chance I get to pull it down, I will. This is my favorite one. Yeah. As of right now, this is my Aeroflex S16. This is the one that I would probably choose, possibly over, any of them right now. It's heavy, so it's probably not a good run and gun camera, but it sure is nice. And right now I have my crystal motor on the back. This is a crystal motor, 24 frames per second, but the camera is very, very loud. And I made my own batteries for it. Oh, thank you for being here too, Ton. I really appreciate it. DJ, pocket prices jumped 25% or more due to Next camera I plan to use is 8x10. After that, I'm going to have to make it. But it's going to be a 20x24. I can't wait. I can't wait. Oh, did you order the DJI Action 5 Pro? You got to bring it over tonight if it shows up. Or is it going to be here? I have an Action Man figure. I'll trade you an F5 and others for that Airy. Ooh, I don't know. Might want to hang on to this one. Oh, thank you, Ton. What a beast. I also have this. You guys have seen this many times. Let me move my... You guys have seen this. This is my other favorite 16 millimeter camera with a cover that my wife made for me. I have this one as well. This is a CP16. This is also crystal, has a crystal motor in it. It's crystal controlled, 24 frames per second, and it's super quiet. Very, very quiet. It's actually running right now. You could probably hear it because the microphone's right next to it, but it's very, very quiet. So this is what I would use probably for dialogue work. And it holds crystal speed very well. I've done tests on that. So I'm going to put these away. Aries pocket camera. That's a beaut. Tariffs, just say it like it is. Oh, tariffs. I probably shouldn't even say that. I'll get banned somehow. What a beast. Still want one. I want an Airy BL now. Bonnie has one and I'm jelly. CP16, yes, I love that CP16. I've had a few CP16s. No, I only have one of those, Chad. I wish I had two. I don't know why, but I wish I had two. Ton, I also have a lot of small 16 millimeter cameras. Little magazine 16s and stuff like that. 100 footers. But those are the two that I'm probably most proud of. Yes, I have the K3. I have a Bolex Rex 1. I have two K3s, and I really like them. I can show you here, Ton. This is, I think my Bolex is in here. Woo. Ta-da! There it is. Isn't that beautiful? Yes. The Bolex. The only thing is, I don't have the, is it the AR? Are they called AR lenses? I don't have the reflex lenses on it, which I don't have any. I wish I did. But they're kind of expensive. And my chamois is coming loose. That's the Bolex Reflex 1. And I really like this camera too. I should probably get it serviced because it's I've noticed it doesn't happen all the time, but occasionally it will stutter a little bit. So I don't know. I've already got the lens, but it came very old World War II spy plane. It's roughly 24 to 26 pounds. Oh, you got to be talking about that magazine camera, the gun camera entity. Things are beasts. I had one of those. Might get a Mother's Day present for yourself. That DJI action. Trade you a non-working Bentley B3 for it. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Guys, we are, gosh, dang it, these go so fast. We're an hour and 21 minutes in. You just have to be lucky to get a good price. $350 for the camera and lens without the blimp. I know. You got to find the right deal. I bought this several years ago. This one here, this Bolex. Right now, this Rex 1, since it's reflex, as you can tell by the finder here, these go for, I don't know, it depends. This one's in mint condition, cosmetically. And I have the flat base for it. And it's after, I mean, I put it on myself. It doesn't natively have the flat base like the later models, but I don't know. These are probably in the 800 to 1200 range, depending on condition. I paid $3 for mine. Of course, the Aeroflex 416, wouldn't that be nice? And the Aton XTR, I know. That would be phenom. Actually, did you see that YouTube video where a guy put his Super 8 cam on a drone? I have seen that, and that was pretty amazing. I thought it would be kind of fun to just doodle with a consumer drone and see if we could get a real lightweight Super 8 camera on one. Same language. Ton is my nickname because my name is it Ewerton? Ewerton. Tell me if I've butchered that. I apologize. My all-time favorite Bolex Rex 4 shot. Is that 100,000 or a million? Hold on, it's hard with the little letters. Let me count the zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 100,000 feet of film. I had a Bolex Rex 5. Complete setup. External mags, BST motors, everything. And I ended up selling that as well. That was about 30 years ago, 25 years ago. You might want to look into getting a remote trigger too then. I do have several remotes for this, remote triggers. I got a Rexo fader for it, which I thought was up there, but it's not. Would love an H16. I have Soviet K3, good camera, but I tend to have loop issues. I'm learning that now. See, so the K3 is notorious for those stupid loop problems. I keep getting the issue. Of course you do, Mike. Oh, wireless remote trigger for this? That would be cool. What was Flying O's email again? I remember YouTube doesn't like emails in chat. I can't remember it offhand. Mike, you know who is here, right? Are you all right if I say your email again, Flying O? Because I can look it up real quick. It's up to you. I don't have to. I seriously doubt you would have any trouble whatsoever from anyone here, but I understand if you say no. Okay, I see it now. It's pretty simple. Give it to anyone. It's flyino.com@gmail.com. Don't spam him, people. Thank you, Mike. It makes it easier than me emailing people back and forth. True Film, come and visit Brazil. There are some people who like analog cameras in Brazil, and same language too. I'd love to visit somewhere other than here. So, Limelight, let me know that you got that. All right, kids. You love talking film gear. I'd love to swing by your crib sometime and check out your film gear. But I'm not leaving empty-handed. Ooh, you got it. Okay, Limelight. I did send you a message, Filmboy, about the 2 World War II lenses. I'm unsure, Filmboy, about that. World War II lens, I'm unsure if it did come with the K20, but it's a massive lens for that camera. Before I go, let me take a very quick peek. Let me see, because I've got the email pulled up right here. Oh, look at that. That's an interesting lens. Compared to the ground glass. That ground glass is huge. Which one's the ground glass that big, or is the lens that small? Thank you for being here, Katie. ASMR channel with the Bentley. All right, a couple things before we knock off. This is just for Sprocket. You can thank Sprocket for that noise. And got to do it. Just one. Blind. Dad. This is Dad speaking. You know, I can chop a log just by looking at it. Kid. No way. Dad. I'm serious. I saw it with my own eyes. Yeah. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you very much. That did hurt. Have you ever held a meeting of analog cameras? No, I have not, but I would like to. That did hurt. I would like to have a meetup. We need to at some point. Maybe during, maybe after the number 2 pencils, which might be coming soon. Hang on. We got 2 more films to show in the medium format, if we get them. And then that might be our very next community project. Filmboy24 podcast. I don't know. Jupes, are you up for it? Sorry, I missed most of it. No excuse, Barry. You've been shunned. From now on, Barry is shunned. No sweat, Barry. You're welcome, of course, anywhere, anytime. I'm always worried creeps will show up. I mean, I would go. That alone is scary. Thank you, Mike. Become a member, everyone. Yes! Become a member. But I still love you all the same if you don't. Another good show. Thanks, Mike. Thank you, Super Cine. Thank you, everybody. Every week, you guys continuously show up, and we have so much fun. I really appreciate it. No live stream next Sunday. It's Mother's Day. My daughters and I have to spoil that mother that's sitting in there. So I will see you the week after that. And hopefully you have some good stories for us. I distracted most of the show. That's all right, radios. Guys, I love you like family. We'll talk to you all 2 Sundays from now.